So if you were on Twitter yesterday or YouTube, you may have noticed some shocking news to do with Cold War Zombies, some stuff that you probably didn't expect, that you didn't want to hear. This also revolves around COD 2021, which is Vanguard, but there were some breaking leaks that released yesterday. I saw them, I didn't want to make a video about them because they only came from one source. Usually when I talk about leaks, it's only when multiple people have posted it, and of course, as with any leak, you have to take it with a grain of salt anyway. I definitely don't know what's true and what isn't, but generally, my rule is if a few people have posted about it, then that's when I'll inform you guys about it. But I wanted to make this video because if any of you guys were around yesterday, you probably would have heard the news that DLC 4, the final map for Black Ops Cold War, was cancelled, and the last map was going to be Berlin, which we're getting next month in July. Now, strangely enough, a couple of hours after that news broke, the official reveal for the Season 4 Zombies map happened. It is called Mauer der Toten. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but we know it's based in Berlin. That translated to English is Wall of the Dead, and it's coming next month in Season 4 Reloaded. Season 4 actually begins on June the 17th. But back to the main topic of this video, the leaks you heard yesterday said that Mauer der Toten was the last map for Black Ops Cold War. This tweet was put out by Call of Duty Hope, who is usually a very credible leaker in the community. He said on June the 13th, Vanguard Zombies will continue the Dark Ether storyline. It will not continue the story that was present in Call of Duty World War II. There is one bit of info I will share at a later date that might make quite a bit of people mad. So we already know that Sledgehammer and Treyarch are working together on COD 2021, for the Zombies portion at least. This is a very similar situation to what happened to Black Ops Cold War. If any of you guys can remember, what was it, about a year ago now? Just over that. Some big news broke that Treyarch were releasing COD 2020. And this was a surprise to us because the cycle of Call of Duty, it is a 3-year development cycle. 2020 was supposed to be Sledgehammer's year, yet we were told at the beginning of the year that it would be Treyarch releasing the game. And what happened was, half of Black Ops Cold War was made by Sledgehammer. It was originally supposed to be their game, but they were pushed to the side by Activision, and Treyarch came in for the last year and a half to finish it off. It still had its full 3-year development cycle. However, the first portion was done by Sledgehammer and the second portion was done by Treyarch. And you can kind of tell that. If you just look at Cold War, it is nothing like a Treyarch game. If you compare it to Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, even BO1, I would say World at War is a little bit different, but Treyarch's games are usually more cartoony, whereas Cold War, for me at least, is more realistic. It definitely feels more like Call of Duty World War II than it does BO4, 3, 2 or 1, and that's because the first portion of the game, the main part where you're getting all of the basics down, that was made by Sledgehammer, hence why it feels like a Sledgehammer game. And we're in a very similar situation this year with COD 2021, because again, it's being made by Sledgehammer, but Treyarch have now come in and they are helping Sledgehammer to create the Zombies mode. So Cold War and Vanguard are in a very similar situation. I don't know what it is about Sledgehammer and why they keep getting shafted, why they have to keep getting help from other studios, but one thing I will say is you have to kind of feel sorry for Treyarch. I know a lot of people blame them for the lack of content in Black Ops Cold War, and rightly so. By this point in Black Ops 4, we had, I'm pretty sure, close to 7 Zombies maps. It was 6 or 7. Right now in Black Ops 3, we had between 4 or 5 Zombies maps, yet in Cold War, we have 2. Getting close to the 3rd. I don't count Outbreak as Zombies maps, they're multiplayer maps with Zombies mechanics, but it's very obvious, especially compared to their previous games, that Cold War seriously lacks content. And like I said, well, if you think about it, the fact that Treyarch only had a year and a half to work on this game, and now half of the Zombies team is also being taken to work on Vanguard, you can't blame them for having no content in the game. It's not like they're being lazy, because they told us they're still working on the Berlin map. They've been working on it since before Firebase C. It's not like it was done a long time ago and they're just waiting to release it. They're still working hard to get it out on time, so if anything, it's really Activision's fault for kind of turning Treyarch into a support studio, not giving them the full time and allowing them to work on their own game. You may be saying, Eli, why are you talking about this? Well, this is all relevant because the whole point of what happened yesterday was people were outraged by the information that Mauer der Toten would be the final map for Black Ops Cold War. And I can understand because in a way it's believable. If you look at the lack of content on this game, the fact that Treyarch are working on COD 2021 with Sledgehammer, you wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a DLC 4 because they're already struggling to release Zombies maps as it is. And that's something I was thinking about. I'd like to ask you guys the question, would you prefer to have a paid season pass where you pay, for example, €60, £50, whatever it was, but you are guaranteed Zombies maps? Yes, DLC is now free, but that also means we don't know what we're going to be getting. If you're paying for something with the season passes, you were told beforehand before you even buy it, this is the content that you'll receive with it. Whereas if it's free, well, we don't know, and really, especially since we're dealing with Activision here, since they're not receiving money off releasing zombies maps, not directly anyway, there's less incentive for them to release more zombies maps. Maybe that's part of the reason why we only get 4 zombies maps this year, because it's free. If it was paid, maybe we would have gotten 5 or 6 because it was guaranteed. This is the least amount of zombies maps we've ever had in Call of Duty. Well, it's on par with World at War, but we're going to be getting a total of 3 DLC maps. Free content, for Activision at least, means less incentive for them to do more. Anyway, so after that little tangent, getting back to what I was saying, so yeah, we know Treyarch are working on COD 2021 with Sledgehammer. They are helping them make the zombies mode. As Call of Duty Hope said, Vanguard Zombies will continue the Dark Ether story. Whatever happens in the final zombies map for Cold War, it will continue on into Call of Duty Vanguard. We're getting another year of Treyarch Zombies. Someone then said to him, okay then, bye bye Juggernog and hello to World War II armor. And Call of Duty Hope said, all of the perks from Cold War Zombies will be present in Vanguard Zombies. So Juggernog, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, all of the classic Treyarch perks will be in Vanguard Zombies. Pretty much think of it as, I guess, Black Ops Cold War Zombies 2.0. It will be the Treyarch story, so it will include everything that you see in Treyarch Zombies. But the big news that everyone was going mad about was this. He said, okay, posting this now instead of a month, they ported a zombies map that was supposed to release on Black Ops Cold War to Vanguard, and it will be its launch map. So that means that Berlin will be the final round-based zombies map for Black Ops Cold War. Now, when reading this, like I said, I didn't make a video about it because he was the only person that was talking about this. I really only post leaks that come from multiple leakers. And another reason I didn't want to make a video about it was because another credible leaker called Tom Henderson, again, take every leak with a grain of salt, I'm just reporting on the news, but he said pretty much on the same day, hearing rumours that Black Ops Cold War's Berlin map is the last DLC zombies map, this isn't the case. There's one more planned for September, and Treyarch still have Zombies Chronicles 2 maps ready to go, but I'm not sure if they will release during Cold War. So there was 2 contradictory tweets, both from credible leakers, and remember, not every leaker gets things right. Both Tom and Call of Duty Hope have got a lot of things right, but they've also got some things wrong. You can't get everything 100% correct, I totally understand that. So he came out and said that this rumour wasn't true, and then a day later, Call of Duty Hope tweeted, alright, just woke up, but not going to excuse anything, I'm going to take the L on that zombies leak. Going to keep up the tweets for the sake of transparency. So basically he's saying that that big leak everyone was worried about, it isn't true. So don't worry. Berlin isn't going to be the final map. We will get one more, which I have made a video about on the channel already. There were leaks that we got all the way back before Black Ops Cold War even released in October, November time, that told us of 4 maps coming to the game. D-Machine, Firebase C, Berlin, and the final one it said was called The Giant. Like I said, I've done a full video on that. If you want to check it out, I will link it down in the description. We don't know too much about it, but that could potentially be the final map. We don't know yet. And as Tom says in his tweet, it's planned for September. If we look at the release date, they're currently still working on the Berlin map. It's taken 5 months to make that one. So 5 months from July when it releases. I'm assuming they're going to work on it a little bit before then. But let's say June. So 5 months from now is November, and 3 months from now, that's September when Tom says the final map will release. That to me seems like a very tight time restraint. If it's taken 5 months for them to make the Berlin map, surely it's not going to take them only 3 months to create the final map, unless they've been working on it for quite a while now. I would expect the final map to come in Season 6. September will be during Season 5, so I think the final Zombies map will release a lot later than September, maybe October, November time. That's when Season 6 will be happening. But yeah, the main news and the good news is Berlin isn't the final Zombies map, and the last thing I want to say is, in this tweet, Tom says Treyarch still have Zombies Chronicles 2 maps ready to go as well, but he's not sure if they will release during Black Ops Cold War. I'm questioning, well, what are Treyarch or Activision waiting for? I know that everything is planned out, but I can't see a point as to when they'd release those Zombies Chronicles maps, because by the time we get the final map for Black Ops Cold War, we will be very close to the release date of Vanguard, and that carries on the storyline of Treyarch Zombies. So I can't see any time for them to release Zombies Chronicles 2, Transit Diaries and Buried in Black Ops Cold War. They were originally supposed to release in BO4, they were then pushed back to Cold War. If they're not going to release in Cold War, then are they going to release in Vanguard? Personally, we've had a 5-month wait between Firebase C and Berlin. Yes, we did have Outbreak, but for me there was plenty of time to release them then. We could end up having another 4 or 5 month wait between DLC 3 and 4, so maybe they'll release the Zombies Chronicles maps then, but honestly, I don't know. Supposedly they were done a very long time ago. All they've got to do is, I guess, maybe update a few things, but more than likely they're just ready to release whenever they want. When that point is, I don't know. So there we go. I just wanted to let you guys know that the news that you heard yesterday isn't true. We will be having one more final zombies map after Mauer de Totem releases, and then Treyarch Zombies will be continuing in the next game, Vanguard. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have enough to do, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.